Montenegro is a small but incredibly beautiful and diverse country. It combines majestic mountains, a turquoise sea, picturesque lakes, and ancient towns rich in history. Here are some of the interesting places I was able to visit. The ballerina statue and the citadel in Budva. One of Budva's most iconic landmarks is the ballerina statue, an elegant bronze sculpture of a dancing girl standing on a rock right by the sea. It's inspired by a local legend of love and devotion. This isn't just a beautiful piece of art, but also a popular photo spot with a view of the old town. Nearby, you'll find the citadel, a medieval fortress that rises above the old town. From its walls, you can get breathtaking panoramic views of the Adriatic Sea and Budva's tiled rooftops. It's one of the best places to learn about the city's history and enjoy the scenery.
Floating free where the night can't find us. Liquid mirrors with the stars behind us. Voices mingle like a sweet refrain.
There are only a few sandy beaches in Montenegro, but for those to whom this is especially important, there are several excellent options. One of the nicest swimming spots on Bečići Beach is the stretch near the Rafailovici promenade. It is just 2 kilometers from the Iberostar Hotel, and you can get there in 5 minutes by car, or take a pleasant walk along the scenic seaside promenade. The main advantage of this beach is the very comfortable and gentle entrance into the water. There is much less pebbles here than on the rest of Bečići Beach. The seabed is sandy pebbly, with sand predominating, and there are no sudden depth changes. Entering the water is comfortable even without special shoes, which is especially important for children, elderly people, and anyone who values convenience. The beach is equipped with sunbeds and umbrellas for rent, from €25, but you can also relax on your own towel in the free zone. Another excellent option is Plavi horizonti, blue horizons. Beach, one of the most picturesque and popular beaches in Montenegro, especially among families with children. It is located in a secluded bay between Tivat and the Lustica Peninsula. The best way to get there is by car, about 25 to 30 minutes from Budva or 15 minutes from Tivat. The beach lies in a deep natural bay protected from wind and waves. The sea here is almost always calm and warm, perfect for less confident swimmers and small children. The shore is covered with fine light sand, the seabed is sandy, and the entrance into the water is very gentle, like in a lagoon. Facilities include sunbeds and umbrellas for rent, about €25. Free zones where you can stay with your own towel. Summer cafes and restaurants where you can grab a snack or have a proper meal. Toilets, showers, and changing cabins. Paid parking next to the beach.
Poseljani Waterfall. The walk to Poseljani follows a trail along a clear river, surrounded by dense vegetation and mossy rocks. At the end of the path, you'll find the enchanting waterfall, the highlight of this route. The spring waters at Poseljani are clean and cool, making it the perfect place for a refreshing swim on a hot day. The natural pools are formed directly under the waterfall.
Sveti Stefan Island, a true jewel of Montenegro that is impossible to forget. It is located on the Adriatic coast, about 9 kilometers southeast of Budva. This small island is connected to the mainland by a narrow sandy pebble isthmus. On the island there is a compact complex of old stone houses with red-tiled roofs, narrow streets and small squares. Today the island is entirely occupied by the luxury hotel Aman Sveti Stefan, and access inside is reserved for guests only. On both sides of the isthmus there are beaches, one open to the public, the other reserved exclusively for hotel residents. The water here is crystal clear, and the views are among the most picturesque on the entire coast.
Pavlova Strana is one of the most beautiful viewpoints in Montenegro, located near the village of Rijeka Crnojevica on the border of Lake Scatter. It's about 25 to 30 kilometers from Podgorica and 45 to 50 kilometers from Budva. You can get there by car or on a tour bus. The road is narrow and winding but in good condition. From this panoramic spot, you get a famous view of the bend of the Crnojevica River, which is shaped like a horseshoe or a snake. On a clear day, the river and the surrounding hills create a vibrant scene: emerald water, green thickets of lotus and reeds, and mountains on the horizon. The area is home to many birds, frogs, and turtles. In the summer, the surface of the water is often covered with a carpet of water lilies.
Dancing waves, they kiss the shore. Hearts are light, they're wanting more. Laughter blends with the ocean song. This is where the world belongs.
Kotor is the kind of city you plan to visit just for a couple of hours, but end up staying until evening because you can't escape its stone embrace. It is hidden deep within the Bay of Kotor, surrounded by towering mountains that almost touch the sea. From the shore, it feels as though you've stepped into a southern fjord. Only here, instead of a cold wind, there is warm salty air and the aroma of coffee drifting from little street cafes. The old town of Kotor is like a stone labyrinth, narrow streets that suddenly open onto tiny squares with fountains, or end at an ancient archway. Everything is built of light-colored stone, with red-tiled roofs, and windows adorned with flowers. Above the town, climbing the mountain slope, rises the fortress of St. John. The steps seem endless as they wind upward, but the reward is a breathtaking panorama of the bay, where yachts look like toys, and the rooftops spread out below like a red carpet in a stone basin.
In a twilight glow.
By day, Kotor is bustling, crowds of tourists, cruise ships, excursions. But as evening approaches, it grows quiet.
Dancing waves, they kiss the
This is not just an open-air museum, but a living city. People drink wine, argue about politics, children play in the streets, and somewhere from a window drifts the smell of fried fish. Beyond the city walls lies a bay as smooth as a mirror, reflecting both the mountains and the evening lights.